Hi guys, I'm Anna, a travel vlogger, and I speak 4 languages. I've been living to England for more than 10 years, and hopefully by now I speak English. Я говорю по-русски преимущественно с моей семьей. No, it's not possible to film here. Quando vado in Italia, a Roma, parlo italiano di solito, ma adesso, maintenant, je suis à Paris et aussi je dois parler français. And also I spent more than 3 years in Norway, and now when people around me really speak Norwegian, I tend to understand it. But don't be fooled with my French. I'm learning it for just a few months. It's a newly accepted language for me. And in this video I want to share my pain, how to actually start speaking a new language you're learning. Let's dive in. Disclaimer guys, we all know those people who are just fascinated about new languages. They just love learning new languages. It seems like they watched a few movies, they spent a week in a country of the origin of the language, and they already can speak with the locals. I'm definitely not one of them. First, I hate learning new languages. I always feel like I'm forgetting grammar and all those new words, they just don't stick in my head. When the teacher explains things to me, it feels like I know everything, I understand it, but 20 minutes after the lesson, I cannot use even simple phrases and words we just learned in my day-to-day life. And every time when it comes to speaking, especially with the native speakers, I'm panicking. Also, I don't have time, like literally no time at all. I have 2 YouTube channels, I have my 9-to-5 job. I don't even live in this country permanently to use this language every day. Typical excuse, isn't it? We all know only practice makes perfect. And this is exactly what this video about practice, sometimes through pain, in my case. And the most interesting statistics for you. On average, it approximately takes 508 hours or 23 weeks of study to reach complete language fluency, which we can break down as the following. If you study any new language for 1 hour, but every single day in 1.5 years, you will be absolutely fluent. Things to do on my personal list of how to break the ice and start speaking any new language. Number 1, find your reason. There are some people in this world saying, oh my god, studying new languages, it's so easy and so cool. I'm definitely not one of them. I need to have a really strong reason to study any new language. Like you're moving to this country for work or for education, this is essential. Or your partner, like your really serious partner, is from that country. This is the language of their family and you like really see the future with this person. So if you don't study the language, one day you might end up not understanding your own kids. Who would want it? So start learning their language as early as you can. As earlier you start, as faster you become a part of the society. From my own experience, you will start understanding people around you much faster than you will start speaking that language fluently. But even your ability to understand people around you, it's already a life changer. Number 2, and I know we all have these language learning apps and games, but guys, I have never started speaking any new language without having an actual language teacher. Ideally, a native speaker of that language. The teacher will explain you how the grammar works much faster than the books. You will hear them speaking and eventually your ear will get used to this new language, which will definitely help you understand other natives when they speak. The teacher will also correct your pronunciation, which is essential with some languages, especially with French. And if you think that getting a private language teacher is extremely expensive and will definitely break your bank, you are so wrong. And thank you so much iTalki platform for your incredible product. So far it was the best ever way I learned any language in my life. I've been using this website for a month now, and here you can choose from 150 different languages. You will be paying per lesson, no subscription, no commitment. You can cancel it anytime you want. And the best thing, the price of those lessons with the native speakers start from just $5 US. Another amazing thing about iTalki for me, as I'm traveling all the time and my schedule is changing from week to week. But with iTalki platform, I can have my lessons any time of the day that works for me. Well, and for my teacher, of course. Anywhere in the world I am, the only thing I need is a decent Wi-Fi. And that's all. I got this amazing package of 5 lessons, 90 minutes each, for only $135 US. What can be possibly better than this? Buy $10 lesson and get $5 for free with my special promo code AG5. rub it now. Anyway, I'm leaving all information for you in the description to this video. Okay, it's time to start my lesson with my native speaker teacher. Finalement, ça va?
Alors, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire ce week-end?
Je vais au tennis avec mes amis. On achète les poissons, les fruits poissonniers à la poissonnerie. Please don't forget to like this video. I will truly appreciate you. Merci beaucoup. Fine, you have your reasons, you have your teacher. What's next? Let me be really boring. But unfortunately, I'm so sorry about that. But you will need actual textbooks, especially for grammar. Yeah, I usually study super boring grammar myself. Then I ask my teacher all the questions I have, and then we practice this grammar together. Number 4 and fundamental rules. Every single language has its fundamental rules. You can never find any logic to it, so the only way to know it is to learn it by heart. Like really, you will have to know it by heart, by everyday constant repetition. Great example, and irregular verbs in English where you have to know all 3 forms. Or conjugation in Italian or French. Just learn it. Which brings us to the point number 5. Allocate the exact time. I know you are busy. I know you have so many things to do. But we are talking about priorities here and how important it is to speak that language for you. Remember your main reason and keep it in mind. Even 30 minutes per day of studying that language will make a huge difference in 2 months' time, believe me. Next, and language learning apps. Of course you can try those ones too. Usually they're super nicely done, very colorful and interactive. And I did keep the best for the last. Practice. The hardest one. As the older you get, the more embarrassing it feels to practice any new language. As when you just start speaking any new language, you feel like you sound really stupid. You make people wait until you finish the sentence of yours. My advice? Just don't care about them. Care about yourself, your language speaking skills, and the time and money you already invested in studying that language. And remember, you will never speak any foreign language just by watching movies and using the apps. So what I usually do, oh God, that's going to be embarrassing. I'm choosing a day and I'm going out to practice the language I study. And today, I'm taking you with me. I find it so much easier to practice my French with people I don't know, because most probably I will never see them again. So if I really screw it or I say something totally wrong, I'll just walk away. Bonjour. Un café américain, s'il vous plaît. Un café américain. Apportez. Américain. Merci, and especially when you're coming to a place which is busy like this, you know that you're in central Paris and most probably they will be speaking English and you will place your order in English. They're all in rush, the place is packed, but still, deep breath and keep practicing the language you're studying. Just do it. They will ask you again, respond to the same language. If they try to speak English with you, doesn't matter. Practice the language. Victory, my little victory. I placed an order for my Americano purely in French, no matter that she tried. She tried to tell me the price in English. I responded in French. C'est bon. What's our next step? After every lesson, I usually have all useful phrases in French written in my notes, in my phone, in case I forget something. And voila, let's give it a try. Bonjour, monsieur. Un bubble tea original, s'il vous plaît. Oh, froid, s'il vous plaît. Et un parté, s'il vous plaît. Grand. Merci. Merci beaucoup. And don't be afraid to sound like an idiot. First of all, you will not. You see, it's not that scary. No one is going to bite you. And you don't even need to have perfect grammar when you speak any new language. Just speak it. People will understand that you're just a beginner and usually they will try to help you. They really appreciate your effort to speak their language, especially in France. Bonjour. Un salade avec poulet, s'il vous plaît. Un macaron rose. S'il vous plaît, merci. Excusez-moi, madame. Je voudrais un sac pour moi salade, s'il vous plaît. Un sac. Merci. Merci beaucoup, madame. Bonjour. Ok. Je voudrais un vanilla, s'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Gosh, that was really tough. I told you my French is not at the same level, but the key thing is to practice and keep practicing and practicing as much as you can, guys. So don't let lack of grammar or vocabulary stop you. Just carry on. Things not to do when you study any new language. From my own experience, don't try to practice your new language with your loved one. In 90%, they will start correcting your grammar instead of trying to understand you. Of course, because they love you and want only the best for you. Strangers, don't give an F about your grammar, as usually their goal to serve you fast. Number 2, and here I'm guilty as hell. Stop relying on phrases like, do you speak English? In different languages. Est-ce que vous parlez anglais, s'il vous plaît? Try to have as much of conversation as possible in your new language. Number 3, and me guilty as hell again. Stop being perfectionist. Forget about getting rid of your accent or that desire to sound like a native. Do you know what's usually the best indication that you do speak that language? People around you understand you from the first time you say it. They don't ask you to repeat. They just get it right away from the moment you said it for the first time. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one about struggles of learning any new language. By the way, which new language are you learning now and what is your reason to study that language? Please let me know in the comments down below. And stay safe, be happy, and as our tradition goes, I will see you next week, guys. Bonne journée, au revoir!